Friend group leader. I want to touch on that real quick. So, like, when you guys were growing up, what role would you say you kind of fulfilled in your friend group? Because everybody had like unspoken kind of perspectives or like positions in their group of friends. So, where did you guys think that you kind of like laid?
Ooh, I don't know. I feel like as a kid, I was kind of just the guy everyone liked.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of just like in and around like a lot of friend groups. Like I was very friendly with everyone, but I had a couple like close friends, right? But I don't know. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Eddie, what about you?
I wouldn't say that I was the leader per se. I would say that I felt like I had to be proactive because I think in this day and age, it's really easy to drift apart from people.
Mm-hmm. Especially in
like
adulthood.
I have a couple online friends, and you know I mostly played Overwatch with them. That's how we kept being in Discord calls together. But then they started playing League, and after that it was just curtains. I mean, it was just curtains. Like I didn't want to play League with them, and they never And sometimes I would talk about stuff that wasn't Overwatch with them. Or just like hang out in VC, right? But once we stopped playing video games together, I barely ever talked to them again.
You know what I call that? I call that friends out of convenience, and it's incredibly common. It's not necessarily bad, but it's definitely not. Like you can't go to those people and talk about some really serious stuff. I mean, some of them, yeah, you can go talk to serious stuff with, but then some of them you just. And I think that unfortunately, as you get older, you definitely grow away from those people. Probably as you should, because they're not as like valuable as connections as you might think they are.
Right.
But in the meantime.
Yeah, but then again, it makes space for the real ones. You just got to find them.
Yeah. Just gotta find them.
Anyways, would I say I wouldn't say I was the friend group leader. I would say like if I wanted to hang out, I would end up having to do the planning, you know? Like I think you and I, Craze, have been in like a larger group on beach trips before, and I forgot if I was the one that like came up with the idea, but like definitely I wouldn't say I have the aura of a leader, but I'm like second in command. I'm like VP, like I get some stuff done,
You love to put yourself in that, but I think you love being like, it's, you know what it is? It's your dominant and submissive sides battling with one another. Like you want to plan things out. You want to be kind of like the trailblazer in a certain sense and move against the grain a little bit. But at the same time, I think you still like to be serviceable to people. Like you still like to serve purpose and to help others. And unfortunately, when you're like the one on top, the head honcho, you usually aren't bending. A lot of leaders in groups and in friend groups like that aren't bending their will to appease the other people, which sucks. But I think that goes to show that like I think you fit that role very well because you are caring for everyone else in the group. It's exactly where you want to be, and it's exactly where you can do the most good for the group.
Well, there's like levels to this shit. I would say I'm friend group vice president then. What about you?
I think that
who's friend group treasurer?
Friend group treasurer. Well, yeah, unless the friend group pushes you out of your job. So unfortunate. But I think growing up, I was in elementary school. I was definitely seen. Like I actually had like a decent level of popularity. Interestingly enough, in elementary school, purely because I knew everything that there was to know about Minecraft. And that was
real shit.
At my age, it was like a very big thing. Like you went to the book fair and you bought those Redstone books, or the books that broke down all the mobs.
Dude, I still have them, dude. Oh my god!
I bought all of them. I read all of them. I knew all the stuff. I would have arguments with people at the lunch table about like, no, Redstone reaches 7 blocks, not 8, or something like that. I don't know. But in that moment, I think that people kind of like looked to me, and then middle school came, and that was a total hierarchical shift where sports became the utmost. It started to become very important, and then I went in the band, and so in the band world, I think that I kind of had my own group, but I wasn't really in a core friend group. But of the friend group that I had, the people that I had played video games with growing up, we still to this day hang out and play games, and we probably will for a very long time. And in that friend group, I think that I have fallen into like the leading position because, like you said, I mean, planning is one thing, but on the other hand, it's also whenever you're in a group of people. I mean, you saw this at the spring break trip. When people are like, "Hey, we want to do this thing," they look to me, and then they're like, "Well, should we do it?" And then at the spring break trip, I was like, "Well, why are you looking to me? I mean, if we're all supposed to operate here in where we're all equal, stop looking to me to like ask my permission or something on whether you want to go do something. It was very weird, and I don't understand why that happened.
Dude, I think you look like the most adulty of them. I don't know. Like, you're tall. You look like...
Does height really carry
I
that
don't
much?
know.
I don't understand. Like, I've
It's
always
so-
been tall, so I've never understood from the perspective of someone who is shorter than somebody else. But does height really like demand that much attention?
I think-
and
I
you know?
think so. I think so.
I think it's a subconscious thing too. It's a subconscious thing because like no one, like now that you've pointed out the behavior that like people looked to you as if like, yo, should we get pizza? Yo, Caleb, what do you think? Should we get pizza? As if like you had the final like,
As if
yo,
I had
don't
the
worry,
final
you
say.
got to sign off the executive order. Yo, we're getting
Right.
Domino's tonight. Like, but like saying that out loud, of course, it sounds silly, but I think it's a subconscious thing that you might have just brought on for yourself. I don't know how to explain it. Like,
Well, I
if
don't like
you-
it. After all these years, I don't like being the center of attention. I don't like people really all acknowledging me all at once. It's not. It's an uncomfortable position for me to be in. But I guess, I mean, I don't want to like go into this and sound full of myself. But like, you know, George Washington didn't want to be president. He was like the last guy who wanted to be president, and then they still made him that anyway. So maybe it's something like the people who are on the best people to have. And I'm not saying by any means that I'm quote unquote the best person or the best leader. I don't think I am at all. But I think that there's something to be said about like it's better to have people be in charge of large groups if that person doesn't even want to have that much power in the first place, rather than
true.
put someone in charge who really desperately wants that power. Cough, cough, American politics, cough, cough. Insert something political there. I don't know.